Let's get you updated on our current grain trade, and we'll take a look at our quotes provided by bar chart here. We'll start with the corn. And on the corn board at this time, we currently have the market. It has been kind of chopping around. We have the May contract a penny and a quarter higher. It's at 7.52. It got as low as 7.28 3/4 overnight, but now it's just a very tiny bit higher. Now, July and September are lower by 7 and 6 cents respectively, but then you have December a quarter of a cent higher. 6.43 is the last trade on that new crop December contract. Actually fairly quiet, at least at this moment. Now, soybeans are picking up the pace, and they're being led higher by the nearby contracts. May soybeans 26 3/4 higher. We're at 16.86 1/4. Checking out the new crop November contract on the soybeans. So far, they are trading 7 1/4 higher. We're at 14.60 1/4. Wide swings in May Chicago wheat. We have been higher by quite a bit. We have been lower by quite a bit. Right now, May is trading at 12.64 1/4. That would be 29 3/4 lower. Check out July wheat, the new crop month, 73 3/4 cents lower at 11.78 3/4. Just almost makes you dizzy reading these wheat quotes these days. Kansas City, May, we're down 60 3/4 at 11.90 3/4. Remember, the old limit used to be 60 years or a while back. It was 50, and then it went to 75, I guess, and now we're up at 85 and beyond. Spring wheat trade in Minneapolis, we have the May still working with a 60-cent limit, and it's down 49 1/4 at 11.48 1/4 right now. Well, I'm joined by Ben Hushon of the mill. He's in Whitehall, Maryland, and it's time for that MidAtlantic Ag update with Ben. So what's going on in that part of the country here this week as you get ready for the planting season?
Good morning, Marlin. Well, we had a really good week since we last talked. Farmers pretty much told me by Wednesday of last week the ground was fit, and they pretty much caught a little bit of rain Sunday night, a little bit Monday, but the general term folks were telling me last week was the ground was as good to be on spreading whatever they were doing as it gets in the spring.
All right. So how long is that going to take to get through that process? I know you have commented before that, for example, fertilizer can't be applied until after March 1st. How does that all work out?
So, Marlin, I know last week I brushed over that a little bit, talked a little bit about poultry manure. And in Maryland, pretty much any nitrogen or phosphorus, whether it's manure or production fertilizer, can't be applied till March 1st. And I got to tell you, everywhere I went last week, literally right on up till Saturday evening, I grabbed some pictures and videos of a farm I was at. Everybody was spreading manure. There were piles. And it caused me to ask a few questions. Now, granted, we all know the inflation of fertilizer has doubled and then some. So the commitment that these farmers have made, the manure comes pretty much from chicken houses in primarily Pennsylvania. And this particular farm that I took the pictures from, Dan, I asked him, I said, how in the world did you get so much? And the commitment these farmers made began last September and October, hauling manure to put on their farms, knowing that it was going to have to sit there till October. And I can tell you there was lots of pressure last week, big manure spreaders, big pieces of machinery, and a lot of commitment to get that boost to the organic matter and get some less costly nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium spread.
Absolutely. Very smart move, and these days very efficient as well. Just keep it out of the fan and you're doing fine. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate that. Ben Hushon of the mill in Whitehall, Maryland. We'll be back in a moment. We'll take a look at livestock futures next.